Derby County have been searching for a brand new attacking, creative-minded midfielder for the longest time, and it seems they have finally got their man. Derby County have signed Tawanda Chirewa from Wolves on a season-long loan deal, and it looks to be an excellent signing. Shall we get into looking at the report of the link and the signing as a whole? But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that notification bell to stay tuned for all of the latest Derby County and EFL Championship and League One previews and reviews that will be heading your way across the course of this season. Released my Championship review earlier this morning, so make sure you check that out. The League One review will be out tomorrow, so make sure you've got that subscription button hit and the notification bell on. So here we have it then, coming from Dom Dietrich and Derby County. Deal done. Derby County have announced the signing of Wolves attacking midfielder Tawanda Chirewa on a season-long loan deal. I'm told he can play out wide or in an advanced midfield position and will be available for tomorrow night's game versus Barrow. Now let's just take a little deeper dive into Tawanda then, shall we? He is 20 years old, born in October 2003, and is currently contracted as a parent club to Wolves. Now, he's not had a long career, but he's been at two clubs so far, Wolves and Ipswich, making 26 appearances between seniors and youth setups with 1,281 minutes played. 5 goals, 0 assists, 7 yellows and 0 red cards. Now, I wouldn't take too much note into these statistics. Obviously, when it comes to youth football, there's not a great deal available, but obviously the appearances made for Wolves and things like that have been in that upper echelon in the Premier League and cup competitions, so it's really interesting to look at this signing. Now you can see here he made 10 appearances for Wolves' first team. He's made 9 appearances, scoring 5 times for their 21s, played 3 times for Ipswich's first team and 4 times for their under-18s. Now if we just take a little bit more of a look into Tawanda as a player, and you can see here, now it doesn't have obviously every game he's played, but you can see how versatile he is across the forward areas of the pitch as well as in that midfield area. You can play as a not a deep line midfielder, but the next one up. He can play as a number 10. He can play in behind a striker as like a second striker role, and can also play on either wing, which I think is certainly massively important for Derby County heading into this season. Obviously, we've already played 4 games. Barrow is game number 5. If you have not checked out my pre-match review, make sure you go and check that out. We took a look at Barrow. We had some conversations about style of play and things like that, and I think and obviously we made a team prediction. Now obviously Tawanda will certainly be going straight into at least on the bench. Now he probably won't start, but if we do look at Derby County's depth chart right now, so where are we going to put him on this, because he can play a range of different positions. Now I'm going to wait and see what Paul Warne does with him tomorrow, whether he uses him out wide or through the middle. I'm under the assumption he'll probably get used through the middle in sort of that number 10 role, which will allow Kenzo to play next to Ozzo and sit in that deeper number 8 role. Or we could play with 2 number 8s, pretty similar to how we've been doing recently with Tawanda Kenzo or Tawanda and Osborne or something along them lines. So I think this is a really, really good signing for Derby County. It certainly adds to the attacking mindset that we need, really. I think when you look at Derby County's performances over recent weeks and months, it's always been we've always missed a little bit of creativity in midfield. I'm certainly hoping that he can add that. Now, let me know your thoughts on this signing down in the comment section. While you're down there, make sure you hit that subscription button and turn on that notification bell to stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County and EFL Championship and League One content. Earlier today, the Championship review was released. The League One review will be out tomorrow, so make sure you've got that notification bell on for when that video drops. Type of deal is it? As we mentioned at the start of this video, it's a season-long loan deal. It's a perfect opportunity for Tawanda to come in, prove what he's capable of at this championship level, maybe even earn himself more minutes for the Wolves first team, maybe even earn himself a championship move heading into next season or something along them lines. Obviously that's looking really far ahead. Now what we do have to be careful of is obviously as loan deals go, Derby County fans know, when you can look back to certain ones like Jordan Ibe and things like that, that most of these deals have recall clauses in them, and that's something that we have to acknowledge, and we have to notice that if he plays well up until January, there is a possibility he may end up back at Wolves. Now, for me, this is a really, really good signing. It's a position where it's one of the positions I notified back when we released our retained list that Derby County need to bring someone in. Obviously, we brought Kenzo in as a number 8, but we still needed that proper number 10 who likes to be in behind a striker. And I'm hoping that this can be the player, this can be the man. Now, there was obviously a lot of murmurs about Alfie Devine. Now, it doesn't seem like that is going to happen. If this one has happened, Paul Warren says that there's 2 more transfers left, including this after this one, which one will be a loan, one will be a free agent, judging by his comments post Watford. So we head into the game tomorrow with a brand new signing who could potentially make his debut. It's interesting to look at, because if he's been with Derby over the last couple of weeks, which is possible with these sort of loan moves when it comes to a youngster, sometimes clubs will send them out to give them opportunities to train, see if they fit in and things like that. Now, we won't know that unless Paul Warren tells us or he tells us, so obviously it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We certainly needed bodies in that midfield, because if we go back and you can see, obviously you've got Kenzo, Thompson, Ozzo Adams and then Osborne. We've only got sort of 5 in there, and you normally want 6 or 7 depending on how you're playing, and we've been playing with a 3, which means we certainly need an extra one in there. You can probably move Thompson over to that Osborne slot where you're going to be more of a box-to-box, more of a worker, and obviously we're still in need of a centre-half. Hopefully that will come over the next few weeks, but what a brilliant deal this could be for Derby County. Hopefully we're in a really good place for tomorrow's game. Now, obviously, we've got to be careful with how we pressurise this situation, because, of course, yes, this player is coming in from Wolves in the Premier League, but ultimately needs that first team football. Is he going to come in and step in a bit like Ozzo has and sort of take it like a duck to water? There's always that potential, and that's something which we have to keep an eye on. Obviously tomorrow night is going to be really interesting to see if he does get on the pitch, maybe even start the game. Obviously it all depends on what's going off. Obviously we didn't have enough players on the bench at the weekend, so this certainly adds to that depth element, and it's a really good deal in my opinion, because I am a big fan of loan deals. I think now we've got 3 in the club with Jerry Yates, Ozzo, and now Tawanda. So that means we've got 2 more slots available for loan signings. I don't think we'll take them all up, but we'll have to see what happens with that. Obviously, Paul Warren mentioned at the weekend there should be 1 more loan signing before Bristol City, and probably a free agent signing before Bristol City. I believe the window ends on the 30th of August. That's going to be really interesting to see how that day goes on and things like that. So if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell. We will be back tomorrow with a League One review. Let me know your thoughts of this signing down in the comments section. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in my next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.